Okay, guys, we are live! So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly editor-in-chief today, because today we are carrying on with our ongoing campaign, playing Pinnacle Entertainment's outstanding Savage Worlds Adventure Edition, and we are making use of their, I keep saying new, but it's about a year and a bit old now, but their Superpowers Companion, which should have Necessary Evil, that box set coming out within the next couple of months. So that's pretty exciting. More terrible things I get to throw at you guys. And we are playing a campaign set in the Great White North with our heroes playing the greatest superheroes of Canada, the Guard. And let me introduce you to the stars. I'm joined today by the stars of the Guard campaign. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing today? First up, we've got John.
Hey everyone, I'm John, and I'm playing Blaine Staunton, aka the Warlock.
Nice.
He's a master of mystic arts, and yeah, support.
Excellent. Next up is Will.
Hi, I'm Will. I'm playing Cygnus, the Dark Star of the North.
Nice. And last, but certainly not least, is Jeffrey.
Hey, excuse me. I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Mind War, the telekinetic speedster.
Very nice. Now, John was not able to join us last time, so why don't we do a quick recap of what's happened in the last little bit. Oops, that stupid thing. Come here. There we go. Oh, for fuck's sake. There we go. Sorry for the placement of where we have our tokens and our cameras. If I click over any one of your cameras and I try and copy your tokens, it pops out your camera, regardless of whether the menu is on top or not. So, let me bring you over to one visual cue first. Let's see if that assists with anything. And while there, I will show you.
Get that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Last episode I was present in was before we talked to him.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've talked to him.
Oh, good.
What do you guys recall about your conversation with Eric Fornfader?
Yeah, the Warlock needs debriefed.
Well, let's start with this. What were you hoping to learn from him in the first place? Why were you talking to this Canadian businessman?
I think one of the biggest things was why were these all kind of tied to him, I guess. But the real impetus that we gotten to get directly talk to him was the theft of the adhesive enzyme.
Yeah.
Where we fought the alchemist.
Yep.
And I don't know, Electron. I can't remember what her name was. It was Electron. Look at me go.
Yeah.
Yep. So we fought them, and we had talked to, at that time when we fought them, we talked to some of the employees, and we couldn't get anything really much out of them. And honest to goodness, I don't think we really got much out of him either.
He didn't like you.
It's because I'm smarter than him.
I'm sure that's it.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
He's a multi-century old immortal?
Yes, that's correct.
What else did we do?
What did you learn about the compass from him?
I'm sorry?
What did you learn about the compass from him?
Ooh, I don't remember that. Let me think. No, okay.
What did you learn about the compass from him? I gotta take better notes.
What did he... who helped him with creating the compass? Do you remember that?
Oh, was that... excuse me, was that John D?
It was, yes. Yep. And do you remember the purpose he had for making the compass?
Oh, to find Valhalla. No, to find...
Yep.
Yeah, was that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
To travel to Asgard and demand that Odin allow him into Valhalla. But what did he find when he went to Asgard?
didn't he say it was like destroyed or something?
That is correct.
Yeah, there was like nothing there.
What he also found was that what he revealed was that the way that the trip with on the Nonsuch in the 16th century, that was actually not his first time to North America. He had also traveled with Leif Erikson when he had traveled to North America, and Forn Fader had left behind a settlement on the shores of Hudson Bay, and he was returning back to that settlement when he went through Hudson Bay with the Nonsuch. And Jeffrey, as a proud Manitoban, do you know the name of the town that he was going to?
Oh, Churchill?
It wasn't Churchill. Churchill is in there too. A place associated with, yeah. Yeah.
Remember?
Okay.
Yeah, because we were trying to decide where we wanted to go. We were thinking of investigating either of the two, and so we were trying to figure out which one we wanted to go investigate.
Yeah.
Right.
So because there was still, at the time, by the time the 16th century rolled around, the belief and veneration of the Norse gods had pretty much fallen off to nil in North America, or in Europe, but he still had that settlement that was active in North America. So Forn Fader went there hoping to use that last vestige of faith as a way of bridging the way from the Midgard realm into Asgard. He said he then had several decades worth of adventures trying to get back to Earth, and then did not think of it again. Hence him loaning it to the museum for them to display as part of their Nonsuch exhibit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Anything else? Oh, he had speculation on the nature of these creatures that you've been facing, or at least the adversaries you've been facing. You'd asked about Lady.
Mm-hmm.
What did he think they may be?
Didn't mention Jotunheim, did he?
He didn't mention Jotunheim, no. Jotunheim is one of the 9 realms, but...
Realms, yeah. I don't remember specifically what he said about the 3 monsters.
Who did he think they were? Or do you guys recall that?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
That I definitely don't remember.
Yeah, I do not remember that, Kevin.
Who did he think their parents were?
Parents.
The gods?
Yeah, we talked a fair bit about demigods and the
okay,
and the one city,
okay,
yeah, that these may be the wastrel children of the gods who have long since abandoned their old realms.
That's right. That demigods was the word I needed.
And one of the last episodes I was on, there was talk about this city where gods and magic still exists centralized, and somebody was trying to possibly break down the walls between them, or between the worlds. Is that right?
You're right in the sense that you guys did talk about Mythtropolis, the place that's supposed to be like a safe haven, but that isn't widely known. Yeah. That is only certain secrets, and Forn Fader seemed to not be aware that if there are surviving Norse gods, they may have relocated to Mythtropolis as a place, a safe haven for gods whose believers no longer venerate them.
Okay, yeah, I do remember that now too.
Was Eric sure he got to the actual Asgard and just not some place that looked like it? Or
I mean,
I don't think we didn't interrogate him on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Warlock wasn't there. He couldn't dig in further, so.
There you go.
No, well, let me ask you this: what would make you think that it would be a fake broken Asgard as opposed to the real place?
Well, trickery isn't outside of Warlock's scope of abilities.
Right. Hold on. Let me ask you this. What evidence would you link to that? That's one of the things, remember, with mysteries, you do want to be not inventing solutions. You want to be trying to extrapolate solutions from the evidence you have before you.
It's merely a suspicion. If, I wouldn't want mortals to easily find their way to Asgard if I was a god, but I don't have any evidence for it. I was just thinking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's good to, again, when we're playing mystery things, it's good to make a difference between, from a player perspective, speculation, because everyone's DMs here, so we like, inventing stuff. That could really derail, especially if it lodges in, if it isn't based on any concrete stuff that's in. Especially in a setting like a superhero setting where like fucking anything can be true, right? Yeah, so I'm not mentioning because it's not a Warlock may very well be thinking that, but because
that's not any evidence we found.
Yeah, on a meta level, you do want to be careful you don't get like an idea in your head about something and then end up in frustrated because you can't find anything to support something you've assumed is true that you never had any evidence for.
Fair.
So, what else? Was there anything else that you learned from Forn Fader in your conversation? He did mention that he still maintains a community at Bifrost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we got the security guards, or head of security's name, and also he gave us those cell phones.
Yeah, the Phone Fader.
Mm.
Oh, I do remember the phones he gave us.
Yeah, the Phone Fader Model 21. It's pretty good.
We were a little nervous about turning them on. I do believe we did, though. Did we?
Oh, yeah, Dr. Caliburn was happy to get his.
Yeah.
What are these phones?
Like the newest fancy phone from his company.
Yeah.
Oh. Warlock despises new technology.
Yeah, yours is probably like not out of the box, that's for sure.
Mm.
They're always on the fritz for him, so.
So then after meeting with him, you guys returned to reconvene with Dr. Caliburn.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave you some... I think he gave you some... It sounds like Forn Fader had history with Dr. Caliburn, and he gave you some advice on dealing with him, didn't he?
I'm sure he did. I know
Well, I'm sure it wasn't important.
No, it wasn't.
So then, you guys made the decision of where to go next.
Yes.
And do you recall why you landed on where you went?
So when Dr. Caliburn tried to open a portal there, he couldn't. He said it was some sort of, I don't know if he said it was like an anti-magic field or maybe an anti-teleportation. I can't remember exactly what he said it was. So we ended up on the outskirts of town. And so I think Mind Warp ran, and I think I carried Bouclier.
Yeah.
Into town. And then when we got there, the town was intact, but there was nobody there.
Right.
And it was what was it? Was it early midday or late midday?
Yeah, it would have been like midday in any event.
It was like
cold blew in, clouds came in, and we ended with, I believe, you guys going into the community center here.
Uh-huh.
Well, you did find, I think it was Mind Warp found, actually I can see who rolled the great spot check here. Or notice check. Yeah, it was Mind Warp. That footprint.
I got
the big footprint.
Got a black screen.
Yeah, I was going to say, Kevin, my screen's black as well. I saw your little pointer, but that's all I saw.
Oh, okay. Hold up. Why is there a black screen here?
Because all of a sudden it's nighttime.
Hold on. You guys are... Can you see your tokens?
I don't think I did. I'll look again.
Let's see.
Sometimes the maps are automatically set up for.
Well, this is one we've been on before, though.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
not...
Yeah, I can see the tokens, but I can't see the
Illustration.
you can
inside
see
of them.
tokens.
Yeah, I can see bars and names, but
Well, let me just
Let me
zoom
try.
out.
Let's do this. Back there. And bring it back here.
nada.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I'm gonna
That is-
refresh my. I'm gonna refresh my screen.
Yeah,
see if
yeah,
that
try
helps.
that. Because like we've used this this page a bunch of times before.
Yeah, I know we've seen it.
If I do that, is there a chance that it's gonna like change our cameras, right?
Oh, it's okay. I can move you guys back.
I want to see if it works for John
Really?
before I try it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there, it did work for me.
Hey, I can see it now.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me reconnect. Okay, so let's try this again.
Ooh, I've lost John and Jeff's cameras now.
Yeah, of course, right?
Okay, got John back.
Okay, I see everything now. So
I'll
That's
reconnect.
really weird.
Yeah, it was really weird. Okay, here we go.
can
Okay,
you
we
see my
got.
camera, Kevin? or-
Yeah, I can see everybody now.
Yeah, you gotta refresh and reconnect. You know.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly. Did
Don't
you
worry
file the
about it, it's
T4
just-
form too, guys? Did you remember to put that? Oh, I just lost Will's camera though.
Oh, hold on. Let me reconnect
Okay.
again.
Good afternoon.
I
back
did have
on.
you for a moment there. There we go. Gotcha. All right, we're all back now. Oh wait, no. Now we've got Carcosa once again. Carcosa. I've
forget to
seen
mute
the
yourself.
Black Star.
Huh. All right, let me.
Well, no, yep, my turn to.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if mine might fix it. Nope, I've lost everybody. Oh. Okay, I got John.
Oh, he's looking better and better.
So Will and Jeff, if you could hit reconnect.
Oh,
All right.
yeah, we're gone again.
Yeah, on yours. Let's see if that. I got Jeff again.
All right, here I
It's
go.
weird because it's never loading anyone for me but you.
Yeah,
I
I
got
can't see
Will.
Will or Jeff either.
It's weird. There's some games where it does. Like we had a whole session where like we could not get the cameras working in this game at all. We ended up having to recreate or create a fresh game, and then use that to play this game for 1 or 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. I can't remember if Jeff was there, but I know me and Robert were
Yeah, it was you and Robert for sure. It was during the summer. Yeah.
there. Right, golf season.
All right. So where you guys were? Let me show you what I was pointing at. Right here, the community center. You guys were heading in there, and I believe that's where we left our heroes. So we can assume more likely you were just along with everyone when you came into town, because there you are not able to mystically teleport into town. So first thing I'd like everyone to do, as you step in, is to kindly give us, let me see here. I sat down last night as I was prepping for today's session. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to flip through all the different little tools and subsystems and stuff that we have in Savage Worlds that I haven't used for a while, and see if there's other stuff that we can, jazz up the gameplay. One thing I forgot that we have not used in a while, guys? Environmental hazards.
Oh, Lord.
So, wood. Everyone kind of, I don't think anybody has any power that makes them immune to environmental hazards, right? Everyone's
Yeah,
got
not
life
automatically.
support.
No.
I could build something, but yeah.
Okay. Would everyone... Well, and that also only lasts for a very limited amount of time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, for super science and the magic. Would you each give us a vigor roll, please?
This won't end well.
And remember, Savage roll just a 4 is what we're looking for.
Oh,
hold on. Sorry, guys. You're actually going to... I'm going to be subtracting 2 from each of those rolls.
Well, hell.
So that means there are no successes right now. Would you guys like to Benny those?
Wouldn't Warlock make it with a 6 and...
Oh, a 6. Yeah, you would. Yeah.
I will definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
Here you go.
Nope.
You could Benny again if you like.
Yeah. I'll get another one eventually.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh.
That's it. I'm done.
Very consistent.
The environmental seals on your armor, Cygnus, are just not coping with the frigid weather. Mind Warp and Warlock, you're both freezing, but you're at least not affected by this. I think we talked as well. Like this is much colder than it should be for this time of year, but it is approaching minus 40. So it is very, very unpleasant. And Cygnus, you're going to be suffering from fatigue. You can tick your fatigue condition for now.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
So that's 1 of 2?
1 of 2, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Now, one thing that you will know, too, if you're able to get adequate warmth and shelter for a time, you will be able to recover that.
Okay.
So the reason I am making you make it as you're stepping in is because you guys find it's as if when you step in here, it's not covered in snow, so it's not as if like the whole place is filled up, but either every window in here must be broken or left open, because it's the ambient temperature as you step in here is no different than what it was when you get outside. You close the big door behind. This is your classic small town community center. So you can picture a lot of it has this kind of like prefab building kind of quality to it. It's not like a community center in a feeder community where they've built up a really nice kind of thing. It's got the very basic, like you go in, there's the desk where you can meet with the volunteers who work at the community center, and there's probably the office for the organizer behind that, and then there's a big community hall off to one side, and then there are other meeting rooms that can be booked with the community center further down on the other side, along with storage for whatever they have, their holiday supplies they're putting up on the main street and all the kind of junk that's stored in there. But when the first impression you get is just that this has been left to the elements. Nothing is particularly worn down, but yeah. Why don't you each give us a notice check as well, please? Let's see what everyone picks up. Nice roll, Cygnus. Holy smokes.
I ain't even going to use my reroll on that. I'm just going to roll with that 10, baby.
Mm-hmm.
The number of times that I lose my character sheet into the portraits is hilarious. I do it all the time. I close it and then I can't see it. Then I click on it in the tree and then it shows it to me that it's in the portraits.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So, and because, yeah, that's right. It's a fumble or a, whatever they call it in Savage Worlds, and you cannot re-roll that. So as you guys are initially making your look around, Cygnus, you are quite certain that, for one, I'll tell you, because when you step in here and your systems start malfunctioning and you're getting that warning from your monitoring computer of the ice accumulation or frost accumulation, you can tell, or I think maybe you've pulled up the schematics for this thing before you came here. Some good forethinking, and there will be a boiler in the basement, and a place this size in a town like this that has the winter they have, it's got to be one fuck of a boiler.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of getting that. If you got that thing up and going and someone dealt with the windows, you'd warm up in here and you'd be able to be, you know, you would be able to get rid of that level of fatigue. Just need to warm your bones.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So that's usually in the basement.
It is usually in the basement, and a boiler room. There is a reason that so many horror video games include a boiler room level, because it is a tried and true jump scare place.
Yep.
What you also notice, Cygnus, is that when you, because I think you were still hovering as you were going in here, as you're going down, you can see, you know, there's, and all of you can see this, whether you got your success or not. Warlock, you got a good enough success. There are, you know, the kind of community postings on the corkboard as you go in. There's a poster about some kind of like midsummer performance of something. There may be a, you know, a popular Canadian band that is, I'm not even necessarily popular, some older Canadian band. Gosh, what was his name? Kim Phillips, was that his name? The guy who sang "I Am a Wild Party"?
Kim Mitchell.
Kim Mitchell. Yes.
Yeah.
Kim Mitchell will be touring up here with the Hothouse Flowers, and and as you Warlock, what you can see first is there looks like there are some of the. You see some of the things on the ground, some of the community postings, you know, like free puppies or something like that. And Warlock, if you look kind of up, it's almost as if someone was hit up against part of the community store and fell down, dragging these things down. Cygnus, what you can see is there appears to be a bit of a bloodied handprint at the desk. I think your roll, you got a raise out of this, so perhaps it's because you're a little bit higher up. But the white desk that's there, there's a as if someone was dragged behind there and left a bloody handprint behind. And Mind Warp, I think because you're a little bit quicker than everyone else, you make your way up to a like a side, one of the side rooms right at the entrance. You cast it open, and I'd like you to give us a spirit check, please, against with a, let's see here, you know, we got a fumble, so that's a -2. Give us a -4 on this, please. But these dice explode, so I'm fully confident in you.
Do I actually put the -4 in there?
Yes, put the -4 in, please. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Just the plus sign just can't go in.
Right.
Nice! Success.
Wow.
At first, you're trying to make sense. You're like, oh, it must be this is the remains of some animal. And it's not until you see the eyeglasses that are in the ruin of this body that you realize that this is a heavily consumed human cadaver.
Oh.
Someone has eaten good chunks of this, and the whole bottom half of the body is missing. So how does Mind Warp react to that?
Oh.
He's not scared whatsoever. Like, your nerve absolutely held.
Yeah, it's still disturbing in a, like, just such a visceral way, right?
Yeah.
Like, just, I think he probably looks away and, you know, indicates to the guys, you know, oh, there's something there, you know, don't look, basically don't look, it's, you know.
Yeah.
Someone's been eaten or consumed.
Despite my better judgment, Warlock will go over there and...
What?
What do you mean, consumed?
Sure. Why don't you give us a spirit check at +2? Remember, don't put the plus sign in. Add 2.
I mean, Warlock has seen some pretty nasty stuff.
Yeah. So you make your way over, and yeah, you can see what because the others have mentioned it to you before, and because of the climate, I think you're easily able to recall that the Wendigo is a cannibal spirit.
Oh.
I think that he even mentions that he just like off the reflex, he goes, Wendigo?
Well, again, like they've told you that that's what they've encountered so far, and you may remember in your first session you helped free them from that, so that wouldn't be a surprise to you.
He says it more with a question mark, like did a Wendigo must have done this, but
Yes, of course.
Are the eyes still open on the person?
There's one left, and a busted pair of eyeglasses that are over the other.
He'll reach down and close the eye if he can. It's cold, so
not
who
much
knows?
of the lid left, and it is frozen. It's pretty solid.
Oh,
with effort, I think you could do it though.
Yeah, he'll try and close it, and he's just rubs his arms as he stands up. We gotta find some warmth.
All right, let's go try and find the boiler room.
So the boiler, again, with the boiler fired up, that definitely will help. But if the windows are open, dads all across Canada will be asking, are you trying to heat the outdoors?
Oh, God.
There's one of us that can handle that very quickly.
It's true.
Yes.
Just speaking of the windows right now, Kevin, are there any in here that we can see?
Not in, I mean, none that open. When you walk into the community center, there'd be like the double doors, those metal kind of swinging double doors, and there'd be little windows in the side set into the door well that you can see in and out of. But apart from that, in the room that Mind Warp found this carcass and that Warlock went into, there is a window there, and it has actually been left open.
So it's literally open. It's not like shattered glass, is what you're telling me.
Precisely.
Okay.
This time of year, like a place like this, they may have AC, but unless they've got unlimited funds, that's a big building to be, cooling through AC. It might be cheaper to just open the windows in the summer. You know, I mean, they'll all have screens in them, so you're not going to be letting like mosquitoes in and out or other things, black flies.
And just for my edification, it is summertime, right?
It is summertime still, yeah.
Yeah. Warlock will reach over and try to shut the window.
Yeah.
While he's there.
You're able to crank the thing closed. It's frozen stuck at first, but just with a little bit of extra effort, you're able to get it loose and it closes. It's not going to be perfect, and it's going to be leaking some heat, but like a damn sight better than leaving it open to the elements and the winds.
Right.
It does that fantastic thing in the if you leave the window open in the winter, it crunches a bunch of snow, so it's not going to seal just quite properly. So, what do you guys do next?
Boiler room.
Boiler room.
If we find it, then, we can get it at least started, then go out and close all the windows.
Okay. So the boiler room is, or the stairwell leading down to the kind of maintenance, area underneath is fairly easy to find. It's not far off from one of the main corridors. You guys have somewhat inured yourself to what you're going to be seeing. So as you come upon these, why don't you give us a spirit roll at +2 or add 2 sickness. Don't put the plus sign in.
Spirit. Okay.
Yeah.
Bam.
Nicely done.
A D8.
Yeah, you guys are doing well. So what you find is another, this time it is a nearly entirely consumed, the remnants of an arm. The sticky viscera of the tendons and whatnot are still keeping the hand together in some format. The one digit is missing, and you need not make a roll for it to see that there is clear chewing marks on this thing. Marks on the bone themselves where something has been eagerly stripping away whatever is there. But none of you will need to make any further fear checks relating to these grisly discoveries. You make your way to the stairwell that leads down into the basement and tell us how you choose to make your way down that single flight of stairs.
Let's see here.
It would be dark in there. There is no power in this place.
Yeah,
so.
that's the other thing I was thinking about is lighting.
Well,
You know it's equipped with a really pretty handy flashlight?
Yeah, Foreign Fader.
The Phone Fader
Phones.
21.
yeah, of course. Right.
You see Warlock fumbling to get it out, and his fingers are cold. He's like, bah!
I'll put mine on.
So you got plenty of light coming from the Phone Fader. And then what do you guys do?
Yeah.
The steps look icy or dangerous?
No, it's cold in here, but like with the door that would lead, the fire door that would lead access into here would have kept any snow that may have blown into here. It would keep it from getting into here. So it's cold, but I mean, it's not treacherous by any means.
Who's going to lead the way?
See, yeah, that's what I was sitting here thinking. I mean,
I feel
going
like
down.
you're the toughest.
You want me to go first?
Well, kind of.
Okay, that's fine.
Warlock has no problem going first either. He's got this thing.
Okay. Because I mean, I can always get
What's
in
your
there to join you really quickly.
Toughness,
but
Warlock?
I'm not tough.
Total is 8.
So that'd be with a minus 6. That's 14 would be effectively your total toughness. What's your sickness?
I
think it's like 21, isn't it?
Oh yeah, he's tough.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
wanted
he's-
to give context. You're absolutely right that that definitely helps with it, but you're not as durable as what
No, he's like freaking Iron Man.
Cygnus is a demi brick.
Yeah.
I'm sure Foreign Fader would agree with you.
Actually, he may call you a plank, but
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I imagine Foreign Fader didn't look too fondly on Cygnus. You know, if he's an ancient warrior, somebody using armor like that would. I don't know.
that wasn't necessarily a. He runs a tech company.
I think I rolled crappy at one point.
Yeah, it was just there was. I think the initial approach just wasn't really a successful one. The guys did manage to seemingly win him over by the end of it.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad by the end.
Yeah, sorry, Cygnus,
be clear,
what's
yeah.
your toughness?
18.
18. Okay, there you go. So
Okay, I'll go first. I got no problem with that.
okay. So you're drifting down, followed by whom? Warlock or Mind Warp?
Yeah, Warlock will go down.
Okay. And then Mind Warp, you're holding up the rear.
Yeah.
So then, would you give us a notice check, Mind Warp? Please. Whatever, and can have a Benny too.
Yay. Had all these bennies last time and didn't use them. That burned through like everything in the first 5 minutes.
Well, Jeff will use them. Don't.
I
worry
was
about
really
that.
stingy with hero points last night, so I'm trying to make up for it today.
Oh,
We had a very RP heavy session last night, and time would fly by, and I'm like, oh fuck, it's been 45 minutes.
It was great.
Yeah, it was a good session last night, yeah. So you did you hear a howl from somewhere in town? Mind Warp?
It's not the first time I've heard sounds out there. I would just say, I think what I would say is, we must hurry. Something is out there.
I think that's sort of a like a go-to catchphrase for the speedster in the group. Guys, we need to hurry.
Yeah, totally, right?
So you make your way down to the basement,
Hurry.
and I mean, the basement down here is your, typical built in the 50s boiler room. This is, I believe the base was originally built by the Canadian military, so this is a former, CFB facility. Is that right, Jeff? I can't remember what Churchill was, whether it was a settlement up there first or whether the...
Whether the military started it, I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I mean, back in the day, the history a long time ago, before they built the Panama Canal, like Canada was trying to make Churchill like the shipping place, and everything was going to land there, and then train down to Winnipeg, and then spread across North America from there.
Yeah,
that was their original plan. And then
turn of the century. Winnipeg was the second largest city in Canada.
Yeah,
next to Toronto.
But then that kind of fell apart. So,
okay. So for Europeans, trading posts set up in the 17th century.
Wow, it's a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, and then before the Great Depression, that's what the plan was to set up a rail facility. So no, I'm totally wrong. 1942, the United States established a base called Fort Churchill, east of town. Yeah, so in any event, it's a very old basement. So this is the kind of place that would have had, some residual equipment and whatnot dating back to the 40s or 50s. But you're able to locate without much difficulty where the boiler is likely to be Cygnus.
Okay.
And you need not, mechanics is the... Is it mechanics or is it repair? Repair, I think.
It's repair.
Yeah. Would you like to give us a repair check?
Sure.
This is an easy one. You can get actually a +1 to this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I add a +2 to all of them from my edge.
Oh, so +3 total. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be 3 total, right? Wow. Yeah. I needed it.
Yeah. Okay. With very little difficulty, you're able to get the you're able to get the boiler up and running again, and within a minute, you can feel the heat coming off of this thing.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to get this whole facility up and running. It is quite loud though.
Yeah.
So that bit's done.
We needed that
light that is coming from the generator. There's probably a generator in here
when
too.
you were talking about the boiler, I thought, isn't there a generator somewhere?
Must be, yeah. For a place like this, there's got to be. Who would like to take the lead, and the other two can. It's not called aid another. It's called
support.
Support, right? In this, who would like to take the lead on this notice check? Try and find the generator.
I would like to support only because they get a free reroll.
Nice. Okay.
My note. Excuse me. My notice is D6, and I also get a reroll, so I can take the lead unless Jeff's notice is better.
Mine's the same.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll take the lead on it, Kevin.
Go right ahead, and then so everyone will give a notice check, and we'll supply. And Warlock, you can re-roll your support roll, and Cygnus, you can re-roll your notice roll, right? Because you're genius. Ooh, it's good there.
Yeah, I'm glad I had that reroll.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it
Okay,
mattered,
but you got assistance though. Oh,
yeah.
So
Here's
Warlock,
my reroll for my support.
come on. Okay, so it's +1. So then, Mind Warp, would you give us a notice check, please? Nice.
There
With a
you
raise
go.
+2. All right, so that gives you to a 5 total sickness. So with a little bit of help from Warlock and a little bit more from Mind Warp zipping around, you are able to finally locate. There is a fairly... It's stuffed away in a spot where, like, a custodian probably knows precisely where this thing is, but it's just not intuitive. You eventually find the thing, and with a... I don't think you're going to need to roll for this. This is much more... A boiler is going to have some components and some function, that, especially one that's been kludged together over the decades. That's going to require some expertise. Hooking up to power to something, this is well within your experience. So you're able to hook this stuff up, and you get this thing going, and the creepy lighting down here all comes on. It's mandatory. It's actually a local building code. It has to be creepy lighting in the basement with a single bare light that is rocking back and forth.
Of course, right?
Yep. So the light is up down here, and that is when Mind Warp, I think you spy yet another one of these consumed, and what you're seeing is the top down has been as if something has like chomped and bit away the top part of the spinal column and the head, and you can still see the like stained gray coveralls of probably someone who was a maintenance worker. What do you guys wish to do now?
Well, Warlock's gonna fumble in his vest with his warming up fingers and get a cigarette out and says, "Why do I get involved with these things?"
Oh, come on. What else were you going to do today?
Not freeze to death.
Everything going will be fine.
There still are a series of meeting rooms that you have not looked at. You haven't looked at the community hall. You haven't looked at the office. You haven't looked at the behind the desk.
I was going to say, I think the community hall is kind of where I want to go check out.
Okay. You will also need to deal with the windows in, across the building, too, if you want the whole structure to warm up.
I guess we could start there and then work our way through.
Okay. I think Mind Warp with a... You have a focus skill, right?
Yeah.
You can give us a focus check if you'd like.
Oh man, that wild dice is just helping me out today.
So it could very well, because of your super speed, I think that you could easily zip around if you spend a Benny and close all the windows without, really anyone else having to leave here.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I'll do then.
Okay. So when you come racing, so we see you vanish for a moment, and then within 5 to 10 seconds, you're back down there once again. So before Cygnus and Warlock could be like, wait, where the fuck is he going? But there is something, Mind Warp, in the community hall that the others are probably really going to want to see.
Okay, I'll direct them there. Guys, we got to get back to this community hall. I found something.
All right, that's where we're planning on going, so good.
Okay. Warlock, do you have a fly? I'm trying to remember.
I do, yes.
Yes, okay, so you guys are all able to move quite quickly up here. As you approach the community hall, it has the same kind of big metal doors that have the open up with the little slats in the side, but it appears that they're all frosted over on the inside here, so you don't get a full appreciation of what is in there until you open the doors up. This is the kind of thing, it's got like a high school gymnasium vibe to it, the kind of thing that could be used for local sports, could be used for, performances, could be used for town meetings or any kind of entertainment. And from some of the posters you see, there's also, looks like the summer formal or the summer dance will be here. Oh, it's Manitoba. It's a social. There's an advertisement for a social in support of a local couple that are getting married. And as you walk in, Mind Warp, you have seen this already, but Cygnus and Warlock, what you can see, I want you to picture a sort of like a climbing jungle gym. You know, those structures that are made of like beams that are sort of welded together that kids can go over. They're sometimes like geodesic, you know, hemispheres or whatever. Imagine something like that, only this has been lashed together with the gnawed clean bones of human beings.
Oh.
There are markings on them that you would need to get closer to be able to observe. So apart from the bite marks on the exterior of these bones, there seems to have been something carved or burned or etched onto each of the bones. And then in the center of this structure, set in place and held in by the grisly hands, there is the compass. This is constructed in the center of the room, almost like a grisly feature in the middle of this. And as you sort of look to the side and look at different angles, what you can see is, from the side, it's tough to see the structure for this, or at least from when you first enter in. But once you get to the narrower part of the room, you can see there is almost an arch to it with those hands holding the compass as if it was some kind of keystone.
Hmm.
Oh, no.
Okay, Warlock, you're up.
I don't want to get close to the devil. Fine. He takes a big drag of his cigarette and...
Hey, I fixed the generator.
Sure. Would you
I fixed the generator. You got this.
There's definitely going to be some stuff that you will automatically know about this, Warlock, but why don't you give us an occult roll? Let's see how much more insight you're able to offer here. Amazing.
Whoa.
Amazing.
This has the vibes of hell and everything else involved with it. And
So-
somebody who's got an ability called Hellfire Blast. I mean,
So as you're approaching this thing and you're drawing on your cigarette, the thing that perhaps unnerves you or maybe gives confidence to you, I don't know, I'll leave it to Cygnus and Mind Warp. His hand doesn't shake at all as he's approaching this thing.
Yeah.
As he brings the cigarette to his lips and brings it down, it's steady as a, you know, I don't know, some steady.
surgeon's hand on operating table.
So you make your way over, and one of the first things you observe is there are those markings as you're getting in. The markings that are put on there are, some of them seem to be either of the Futhark or perhaps something older. So there are Norse runes in there. But there are markings from a variety. There are what you recognize as Chinese characters in there. There are Japanese kanji in there. There appears to be some kind of Cyrillic crudely carved in there. There are letters and symbols and whatnot from a wide variety of traditions that are interspersed in here. And while at first it may seem to be, you know, to a layman, you'd think they were just randomly throwing up symbols or whatnot, but with a roll that good, you can see that there is a very careful, collaborative lattice work of magic that has been constructed using these things and this device. Something to focus the, almost the way that, like, say, standing stones are intended to focus ley line energy or dragon line energy. These seem to be something similar. They are transformers trying to accumulate and bring in ambient power.
He'll be mumbling some of this loud, kind of like broken. He's like every language, drawing power, gate, so just enough for Cygnus and Mind Warp to kind of follow what he's finding.
But there is something curious here. Do you have? I think you've got an ability called Sense Magic. I should open up your.
Don't.
Where's the guard?
But I do have super sorcery. I could get it.
Oh yeah, you could. Let me just double check here. Let me see. It may be named something. Oh, hold on. Fucking new computer. I tell you, the most frustrating thing, like all things in compared to the way things used to be when a computer would go down, like nowadays with the like auto login for Windows and for Chrome and shit like that, it was less than a fucking hour for me to get new computer to have it almost completely set up. The one thing that is not carried over, fucking fonts. 4 years of accumulated special fonts that I've got. So every thumbnail I open up where I've used some special font in it, it's got the little like question mark of like, what is this fucking thing? So the hunt for fonts begins again. But all things in really like so much easier than the way it used to be. Okay, where are we here? The guard. There we go. All right. Yeah. Would you like to spend a Benny and get that sense active? Sure. So why don't you give us spend a Benny and then give us a focus roll, please.
Okay. He spends a Benny and his eyes kind of light up as his vision pierces the mystic veils. You said focus?
Focus, please, yeah. Nice. Jesus. I said it before this week, too. Everyone has their game, John. I believe Savage Worlds is your game.
I don't know. Roll20 is teasing us for now. Combat happens, we're screwed.
Yeah, I know. That's all I can think of. Use up the good rolls now.
Yeah. So, here is something that you were absolutely confident in. This is because of the elaborate nature of this thing and and it's likely the incredibly knowledgeable occultists who were behind, and mythical creatures behind creating this thing. It has real power, so there is magical power in this thing, but there is a lot less than what you would expect that this thing could draw in if it was on a dragon line or a ley line.
Would that be why they have so many dead people around? Maybe to fuel it?
For the raw materials, yeah. Like magic has different, different ways of working, never without cost. But one of the more, crude and cruel, but effective ways is by using ritual sacrifices for this, and that seems to be what has constructed this thing. But it's not fueling it. It's provided the circuit, if you will, through which the power should flow. There's just not as much power in this as what you would have expected.
Last time we tried to look into the source, it was with Signet and that the black thing that almost got him killed.
Well, as you contemplate this, what you guys can hear, now the windows are all closed, they just muffled a bit, but you hear that piercing howl of the Wendigo from outside. Would you each kindly give us a spirit roll at -2?
-2.
Hey, Jeff, you might be muted. I don't know. I saw you talking, but I didn't hear anything.
Did I mute myself?
Oh, no. Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, no problem.
Am I still fatigued, Kevin?
You are still fatigued for now. Yeah,
Okay,
you'll need another couple minutes.
I wanted to make sure, and you said -2, so...
I'm going to opt to re-roll mine.
Success for Cygnus. Success. Yeah, that sounds good. Go ahead. Spend your Benny. Oh. Okay. Well, you spent again, Warlock. You haven't Yeah, bennies are not like hero points. You can spend as many as you like as long as you don't crit fail.
Yeah.
Okay, one more. He's so deep. Oh, not -2. -1. Okay.
Okay, yeah, -2 to the roll. Come on. Oh, jeez. You sure you don't want to do one more? You already...
If we're about to get in a fight with Wendigos, screw it. We're doing it.
Nice.
Come on. I knew it. The moment we start rolling dice for real, it's...
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, it's like the same roll over and over.
Yeah. So, well, you have one more Benny if you'd like.
Do I know, like, what'll happen if I fail this roll?
If you fail the roll, you'll be stricken by fear. Which...
Probably like distracted.
Yeah, it has a wide variety of different potential results, and recovering from it requires a fear -2 roll, or a spirit -2 roll as well. It is an unpredictable.
I'll spend my last one.
Okay.
Come on, roll 20. Stop being a dick.
There you go. Oh, but that didn't include the -2. Oh no!
I thought I typed minus.
Oh my goodness.
Now there is one final thing. Do you have conviction?
I do.
You could spend conviction and add 1d6.
I should have done that in the first place, and so I wouldn't spend all my bennies. Screw it. Screw you, Wendigo.
Oh my god! Holy smokes!
My game, huh?
Savage Worlds gives and it takes away.
Oh, does it take away?
Holy smokes! All right, so so last night we learned how effective cold reading can be because we did a fake, we used the Harrow deck. It's like a tarot card thing, but in the Pathfinder universe, to tell the past, present, and future of the characters. I think today we've learned about the sunk cost fallacy, or not, that's not what it is, the sunk cost, but the chasing the wind that can happen with gambling.
Well, you know what just happened? I took all their bad rolls, so...
There you go, yeah.
There you go.
It's on you to win.
All right. And you still could recover too, and we don't know what your result is just yet. I'm just trying to find where that table is.
This is why you don't look too deeply into the abyss. You get distracted.
Yeah. Would you give us, John, a 1d20 plus 2 roll, please?
20.
Oh.
Apparently that was the wrong end.
That is the wrong one. You gain a major phobia hindrance.
Oh, like permanently?
Wow.
Yep. So let's take a look here.
That sucks.
Wow.
So,
yeah, that sucks.
All right,
what
phobia.
really sucks is you're now afraid of the snow.
No.
Oh my gosh, that would be terrible.
Warlock would immediately leave.
Relocate to Florida.
So with Wendigo, when you are in the presence of Wendigo, you will suffer -2 to all trait rolls. Only Wendigo, though, not like winter creatures or cannibal spirits or whatnot in general, just these things. I think a reason may be what you saw when you were using your mystic senses. One of the primary one of the primary beings who was made into this thing, Warlock, was a fledgling wizard of some kind, a shaman or something. If they got a hold of your bones and body, imagine the work they could do with it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's actually very thematic.
Yeah,
Yep.
So I think that's what you realize, and this mystic thing hits you. You face also a wide variety of supernatural things before, and you were aware of Wendigo, but perhaps this is the first time you've also encountered it. Because there's a huge variety of mystic things all over the place. You knew how to free... Oh, here's something else, is that when the fear takes you, you would also know that there is now a spiritual connection. You have now a reason to fear dreaming, unless you properly ward yourself, because these creatures come and feast on your vitality in sleep. Yeah. Sickness and mind warp were afflicted by that.
I remember.
Yeah, and I helped them get rid of that. So.
Exactly. Yeah. You're kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like narratively speaking, he was so deep and seeing through the magic that his soul was exposed, and that's what happened.
Yeah. All right. So then, guys, we're not going to draw cards for initiative just yet, but those howls come in. Mind warp and Cygnus, you know, fly up, kind of superhero pose style, or pose yourself, but you can see Warlock is looking more panicked than you've ever seen him in the brief time you've seen him.
Yeah, his steady hands as he's examining everything, he suddenly just starts shaking, and his eyes go back to normal, and he freezes like a green person in combat.
What do you guys do? So from now, you'd have to go to the window to kind of look outside, because the wind is still blowing. There's still blizzard-like conditions out there. You can hear the howl over the sound of the blizzard, and it definitely sounds like there is more than one.
Don't we want to try and get the compass at 8 feet?
You say that?
Yeah, because that's kind of what we've been doing the whole time. We've been trying to get that damn compass back.
Well, Warlock, he kind of snaps out of it, and he starts moving slowly, but then firmly, and goes to reach for the compass and tries to snatch it.
Okay. So, Are you just wrenching it out of there?
You're reaching up and tugging it out if you can.
Give us a strength check.
Yay.
Yeah, and the Wendigo do technically count as being yours. I'll be a -2 to it.
Yeah.
You want to... Oh, you have no bennies. Never mind.
No.
So his hand is trembling, like in contrast to that smooth, delivery of his cigarette. His hands are shaking. He gets one on it, and then the second one, he's like, "Come on, come on!" Cygnus and Mind Warp, what are you doing while Warlock is trying to recover that thing?
I'm probably running and checking out the windows at high speed to see if I can see where the howling is coming from.
Why don't you give us a notice check, please?
Yeah.
Okay. Either because of your keen sight, or because the terror it engenders when you see them, you can see at least 5.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. All right.
And this is only on that one side of the building, too.
Yeah.
Cygnus, what were you doing while Mind Warp was checking that? Just when I'm picturing, it's like, shoo, oh no, shoo, oh no, shoo, oh no.
Basically.
I think, when he sees that Warlock is struggling with that thing, I think he's going to fly down there and say, what is it? Is it magic? Is it trying to keep you from pulling out?
You can just see his arm is shaking, like he's straining, and he says, "No, not a good grip."
And there's probably more panic in what he's saying as well. Like it's very unlike Warlock right now.
Yeah,
all right, just let me get it.
Go ahead and give us a strength check.
Jeez.
Breaks it apart easily.
Good. Now we've got to get out of here. I think he's going to give the compass to Warlock to carry.
Okay.
I think that's the best idea.
So there you go. It is about the weight of, those elaborate wood. No, those things are probably too light. I'm trying to think of what, like this thing is made out of metal. It's brass and whatnot. So it's got heft to it. It says a lot about what a soft life I lead, where I'm like, what's something heavy that's around? And I can't think of a single fucking thing. A shot put, maybe. That's about the weight of what this thing would be.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Which is to say, like, it's not something you can stuff in your pocket. It's not like a pocket watch.
Right.
It is something. But I mean, Warlock, you could hold it in one hand and still, work your magics and whatnot. It's not going to interfere with your ability. It's just that it's not the kind of thing you can stuff in, in a pocket.
Yeah. Call it about 2 pounds.
Yeah. MacGuffins don't come in pocket size, generally speaking. So
Yeah, generally, they're usually
But
briefcase
I have
size.
magic pockets. No.
definitely a device that is designed to bridge the realms is certainly something you want to put into an extra dimensional space.
Yeah.
So,
I wasn't serious about the magic pockets.
I've got the Alpha Flight Omnibus because it finally fucking released, and I remember now there's that issue where they turn Shaman's bag inside out and shit just goes fucking crazy.
I remember that. Oh, that was so cool.
Yeah. So
until Warlock gets a Benny, he can't teleport us anywhere. So
he's trying to catch his breath for it.
Yeah.
So I think then that is when, as you guys are trying to figure out what to do, let's draw some cards first, or have monsters break in. I think monsters break in first, guys. That feels like the appropriate thing.
We just fixed all the windows, damn it.
Exactly. We just closed those. Okay, let me see. What have I
they'll break in and then charge us. I mean,
well, they've got to break in and pose first, right?
oh yeah, of course. How high are the ceilings in here?
High school gym size.
Cool.
So quite
25
high.
feet. 25 feet, yeah.
There it is.
And the other important question is, how high can Wendigos jump?
Good question. Okay, so let's see here. Let's do this.
I gotta quickly run to the washroom.
Oh yeah, we'll take our mid-session break in just a second.
Okay, right when they burst in. Okay.
Yeah. We're not going to get into a fight right away.
This coffee's killing me.
100%. Old man bladder, man. It's
It's terrible.
fucking brutal.
Oh, when are we gonna not be old men? I guess that never changes.
When we're
now.
corpses.
We're done. Yeah, we're done with that.
Yeah.
This is your life now.
Given the two options. Actually, that's not true. There will be an interstitial period of very old men.
Yeah.
Yes. True.
We at least have control over them right now.
Mine were, you said there were 5 of them. You missed one.
He saw, and these things are breaking through, and they pause for the briefest of moments for us to take our mid-session break and then to draw cards for initiative. So we'll take our mid-session break, and John, guess what happens when you get back from our mid-session break?
I'm at a -2 for everything.
No,
There's that too. Get a Benny.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Okay. So for those listening at home, we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Ooh. 6 when it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
And
guys.
this
Someone
place has
did not want to come back in.
this place has like an anti-teleportation effect. So, right?
So then, let's draw some cards. Here we go. Now, who has any ability that affects how many initiative cards they get? I think Mind Warp, you might.
Oh man, it's been so long.
Yeah, I know. You got Quick, which I think gives you, if you get a 5 or less.
Yeah, then I get a new card. I think that's right.
Yeah, and you got an extra action on your turn as well. So here we go. Warlock, a 8 of spades, 2 of spades sickness. Oosh. Mind Warp, a 7. Ugh. And then the Wendigo, 9. So, first off, everyone got their Benny when they got back from a break. Okay?
Yep.
Anyone want to spend a Benny, get a new card. I'm currently beating everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like the odds. Screw it. Fast and loose. I'll take a new card.
Okay. And 10. There we go. No Bennies left, but you will get to go. Anyone else?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna roll with this.
Okay.
I'll use my new Benny to take it. I forgot to add it, so I'll
Okay.
take a card. I'll take a card.
Here
Give me
we
the
go.
Joker.
Queen of Hearts.
Good enough.
Oh, I have Bennies too, guys. Oh my goodness, I forgot about that.
No, you don't.
Be pretty fun to get that Joker. Get me
no,
a
it wouldn't.
+2 to all my actions this round,
Well, it's been
and
fun,
damage. So let's spend a Benny
Joke like that.
and see what we can get here. Let's see. Is it the Joker? No, a 5. Anyone else?
No, I'm good.
No. All right then. Mind Warp, you were up first. What are you doing?
Okay.
These things are kind of spread out along the long side of the gym. Have you smashed in? You have faced these before.
I'm gonna. Yes. I'm gonna run over and just try and pummel one of them.
Okay. So you race over. Go ahead and give us. I think your attack. This should be under your attacks.
Yeah, melee attack here. I think this is the right one.
I think there's. Yeah, you've got. Oh no! That's your power under the weapons. I think they might be further down the page.
Oh, wait. What?
Gear. That's where mine are.
This one?
Mine are under gear.
This might be the right one.
That's
Yes, that is it. All right, so you race up. You're not suffering any penalties. So that is just barely good enough. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. Come on, lucky. Exploding.
Nice.
pretty good.
Okay, so you race in 18. That is a hard hit. And you get +4 to one of them on the turn. I'm going to assume it's your first hit each time until you say otherwise. Just so that way
that makes the most sense.
So that's 22. Well, I haven't had to use my little chart in a while. Let's see here. All right, so with one solid hit, with the benefit of that extra thing, one of them goes flying back. And as what hits the ground is a heavily frostbitten and nearly naked human.
Oh. That's what I was afraid
The
of.
jaw
Right.
disappears. You still have a second attack, and you can move in between attacks.
Right. Yeah, I'll move to the next one and make my second attack.
Go ahead. The second verse, same as the first.
Oh.
You want to Benny that? That's a miss.
Yeah, I will Benny that.
Okay.
I'll take the Bennies. Oh, there's a spot on the sheet. There we go. Oh. Dang.
So I'll have 2 more Bennies if you wanted to try again.
Yeah, you know what? No, I'm going to need it. They're going to do bad things to me.
Okay. All right. Then it is Warlock's turn. We need a Warlock?
Question: Are most of them all within 12 yards?
No. What, 12
Okay.
yards? Yeah, probably within 12 yards.
Okay.
I think what's easier, just tell me what you want to do, and then I'll tell you whether
Gotcha.
it's possible. Just
Multi-action's a -2 penalty, right?
it is, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do a multi-action. I'm going to try to befuddling blast the one next to Mind Warp.
Okay.
Just so it's... Yeah, and then I'll try to target one nearby me.
Okay, so it's a
So-
stun.
Yes.
All right.
There's the rules on it.
Oh,
and
thank
I
you.
need to make a focus check.
Okay, go ahead, and you remember you get your -2.
Focus. To -4 because Wendigos.
Oh no, the -2 is the Wendigo. That's the penalty. You're not taking another -2, are you?
I'm doing multi-attack.
Oh yeah, so -4. Nice. That's success with a raise, though.
So he gets a vigor roll
so-
at -2.
Vigor roll at -2. Okay. And it's vigor's respectable here. Okay. Okay. Roll a 9. So that is ineffective.
Okay. And would activating my flight count as my other action to get in the air?
I don't think you need to. I think it's a free action. It's not called limited free action. I got fucking 3E in my mind, but it's there's a specific type of action you can take only on your turn.
Okay. So yeah, I'll since that didn't work, I'm going to try to Hellfire Blast it instead, and then take to the air.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, this is unlikely to hit, but with roll 20 being roll 20,
So -4, yeah. All right.
I'm going to try to take to the very peak of the ceiling.
Sure. Yeah. You're as high up as you can go. Great. All right. Then it is these things. So first, we have one that is facing Mind Warp. So let's place one there. And it is going to try and get you. Mind Warp, and I think because your hit didn't really affect it, it is going to wild attack. So +2 to hit, +2 to damage, but it's vulnerable. And what is its fighting? Here we go. All right, so let's see here. A 9 against your parry.
My parry is a 10.
Nice.
Yes.
So this thing slashes at you with its claws, and neither is manages to connect. I'm seeing if there's any other abilities it's got. Okay. Then Cygnus, I'm just going to put your card up here. There are 2 that seem to almost soar through the air towards you.
Wonderful.
And they are likewise doing wild attacks here. So let's see. I got a 6. What is your parry? Let me just ask that. That's
6.
easier.
My parry is 6.
Okay, so I hit once with a raise. Your toughness, you said, was an 18?
18, yes, sir.
Okay. There's no armor piercing with this, so fortunately there's that. And there we go. All right, so this is with the raise. What is that? 8, 17. 21. You are shaken, Cygnus. You could spend a Benny to unshake if you'd like.
Yeah, it's an automatic unshake, right?
Yeah, it automatically unshakes if you spend a Benny.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay, and then the second hit does not have raise. Oh, that explodes though. 18 on the nose. So the first one hits you, it shakes you. You spend a Benny, unshake. The other one, whaff, hits you, and you are shaken once again, but not a wound though. So that's good. And then Warlock. Unfortunately, these things are able to scamper up on the wind and reach you. What is your parry?
5.
Okay. So, one. So I got 3 hits on you, one of which with a raise. Yes, one with a raise. Okay, so first hit. What is your? I got -6 to the damage, and then your toughness is an 8.
8, yes.
8, you said? Okay. None, these are not armor piercing whatsoever. Okay, so... so you are shaken and take 1 wound from the first hit. You could spend a Benny, and you can't spend a Benny because you can't do anything. Sorry. All right. Second hit is another wound.
Okay.
And
That's
third,
2 or 3.
with a raise... that's actually not good enough. It hits you, but it's not good enough to cause a wound, thanks to your armor. So you're battered, and unfortunately, because you were shaken, would you give us a either athletics or what is it? Not reflexes, or agility check, please. Your choice.
They're the same.
Okay.
And I do this at -2 because of the fear thing?
-4 because you multi-attack penalty carries over till the start of your next turn.
Well, I have to explode, otherwise I fail. Yeah.
Okay. So unfortunately, you hit the... I was trying to see if you could grab onto the top.
Top?
There would be rafters in the top of every school gym I've ever been in. Always has those rafters up there.
Am I falling?
You are falling. So, would you...
Am I unconscious? Or is that because I'm shaken?
Because you are shaken, yeah. You were shaken, that means your persisting powers end. So, then, let's see here. Oh, environmental hazards, I'll bet. You guys glad I looked up those rules last night?
No, I almost died from falling my first session.
Yeah. All right, so this was, we said 25 feet, so it's probably 2 dice. Yeah, it's not enough to, you're shaking still, but it's not enough to harm you any further. So you guys see these 2 things go scampering around. They strike Warlock, and then he just eats it when he hits the ground. I'm going to move these over here just for ease of knowing who's fighting what right now. Cygnus has got 2 on him, and Mind Warper's engaged with 1. Cygnus, your turn. What are you doing?
At least I'm out of their reach now.
Let's see here. Now, there's no kind of penalty for, like, doing a ranged attack when you're, like, in melee or anything.
I don't think so in Savage Worlds. Let me double check.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
There is. You target the parry instead.
Oh, okay.
Instead of a 4, you target their parry.
Okay. All right, well, let's try and do that, because that's where I do the most damage.
Okay.
So I'm going to blast, I reckon, the first one that attacked me.
Okay. That is
7.
just barely enough, even with the cold. Oh, why are you showing us shaken?
Well, okay, so I was shaken, and then I spent a Benny to get rid of it.
Oh, and then you're shaking again. Right. So remember, you got to unshake first then.
Oh, I have to do, but, okay, could I spend another Benny to automatically unshake? Or do I have
Before the start of your turn, you could have, yeah.
Okay, then let's do that, Kevin.
Okay, that's fine then. So then so that is a hit, and then go ahead and roll damage.
Let's see. Oh yeah, roll damage. There it is. Come on.
So you hit this thing, it scours across its frozen, frostbitten flesh. No seeming effect. You could spend a Benny and re-roll damage if you like.
Yeah, let's. No. I gotta worry about being shaken again, man.
Okay. And then actually, I guess technically Warlock will put you down. Goof, down there. Okay, because you're not actually engaged with them. Then that is the end of round 1, guys. Let's draw some cards for round 2. Warlock, come on. Joker, 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 Joker. Nope. Nope.
I'm dead.
Then Cygnus. 3.
Good lord.
Mind Warp. 4. Wendigo.
Oh,
Anyone-
before I redraw?
Oh, before you redraw. Yes, yes. So that king would have
Yeah.
been yours. There we go. And then the Wendigo, an 8. Anyone want to spend a Benny? Get a new card.
Nope.
Okay. Then, first up is Mind Warp. What are you doing?
I am. Well, I'm going to try and pummel the one that is engaged with me.
Okay.
Good roll. Yes.
Yes, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
One big roll.
And not
big
quite
roll. Oh, that's
Got
horrible.
11.
Well, you get a +4 for your first attack in the round.
Yeah, so it's an 11. That is still not quite good enough. Would you like to spend a Benny and re-roll damage?
No, I'll do my second attack.
Okay. So this one will not do the +4 to damage then.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, there we go.
Go.
Oh,
Now spend a Benny and re-roll.
yes.
Okay.
Now it's worth
Cygnus
it.
or Mind Warp, do you guys have conviction right now?
I don't have conviction.
Hold on, it's on my notes page.
Okay. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Come on, damage. Come on, damage. Yes.
There you go. 12. Unfortunately, it's like hitting a frozen side of beef. Even with your duplicated spread, it doesn't seem to affect this thing.
Oh, I do have conviction.
So you could spend that now if you like. That adds to damage as well. And in
Yeah,
7 minutes,
you know,
you're going to get another Benny.
Yeah, let's do it.
So roll
Let's
1d6.
spend the conviction. Oh, whoops.
Yeah, you take it on your character
huge.
because I'm
Yeah,
assuming
that's
you're...
what I did. Yeah.
Okay. And then
Oh,
just roll 1d6 exploding.
And then
So-
I can just hit that for next time.
Yeah, so roll 1d6 exclamation mark.
Oh, heck. Sorry, yeah.
Let's see. Come on.
Just doing a bunch of bookkeeping.
No problem.
I
Come
wanna-
on.
Oh, come on, conviction today.
So you're digging deep, but...
It's the second useless conviction we've had.
Okay. Then it is the Wendigo. So we'll go Mind Warp first. Actually, you know what, Mind Warp? I just remembered on their turn. Because you can keep your conviction. I did a wild strike, which means they were vulnerable until the start of their next turn. Which means that second attack was an 11, which is a hit with a raise, which means that's 22 points of damage you did.
Oh.
Not 13 with your conviction. So keep your conviction. And 22.
Oh, okay. Right, yeah.
22 is enough to take another one down with that second hit. And again, another nude or near nude frostbitten corpse hits the ground, or seeming corpse that whatever deer or whatever caribou skull shattered on the ground. But you can see dried blood caked all across the corpse's face. Then on the Wendigo's turn, I do not get to make an attack on you. So we got 2 on Cygnus. Cygnus, that is 1, 2, 3 hits again. Only one with a raise. And, Okay, Cygnus, yours is 18. That is a hit with 3 wounds. That's shaken with 3 wounds. Would you like to try and soak that?
Yeah. Do I spend a Benny for soaking?
You spend a Benny to soak, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, let's spend a Benny and soak, and then roll my soak dice.
Yes, please.
And that didn't work, so.
So
and
one of these
wow,
hits you quite hard. You are shaken, and you take 3 wounds.
Yeah, and doesn't that mean I'm unconscious?
It does mean you are unconscious.
Okay.
Hold on, with 3 wounds, let's double check. It's been a while since we
Okay.
played. For those listening at home, it's been, if you're watching these games in order, it's been a month, more than a month since we've played this last, so damage effects. Wild cards can take 3 wounds and still function. A 4th wound would incapacitate you. You don't take a 4th wound, you would be incapacitated. So you're still fucking functioning. You got -3 to all your actions right now.
Minus everything in the world.
And you are shaken, which means that you're, I mean, you're not far off the ground, so you sort of drop to the ground as your flight kicks out. Similarly, Warlock, you're not unconscious or anything. You're just lost your focus on your spell.
This is as vulnerable as a normal human being right now.
So I think one of these is going to zoom down at Mind Warp. The other one is going to leap down on top of you.
No, get off.
So, Warlock, you are prone too right now.
Prone, shaken, -4 to everything.
Yeah, so, well, I mean, shaking doesn't impose any kind of penalty to defenses. But you do get -2 to your parry right now. So,
so
your
that's
parry,
a
what is
3.
your parry?
A 3 now.
A 3 now. I'm only rolling 1 dice because these things are not wild cards. Oh, but I rolled a 9. That's a hit with a raise.
And
All right.
I cannot soak anything.
All right, well, fortunately, I didn't have any exploding dice, but you do suffer 1 more wound.
Yay. Oh, +2.
Yeah, wrong way. And then Mind Warp. This one is going to try and flail in on you. Oh. No! 27, so I can hit with a raise on you.
Oh, yep.
What is your soak? So your toughness, forgive me.
My toughness is an 8.
An 8. Oh, I didn't roll very well, though. 7, 14, 18. All right. That is a hit with 2 wounds, unless you want to spend a Benny to soak.
Yes. I will spend my last penny to soak.
Okay.
I'm watching the clock tick down.
Yeah. That is a hit or success, so you reduce the wounds. You suffer 1 wound, and you are shaken. And then, before we turn, I'm going to consider whose turn it is in a moment here, but let me just have a quick sip of coffee before we do that.
It's got to be a rush of good rolls for me even to unshake.
My clock's faster.
Mine's already ticked over.
I know, right?
Well, would you look at that?
Well, before the start of my turn, I would
10
like to
o'clock
unshake.
my time, so everyone gets a Benny.
I would like to unshake before my turn starts.
Yes, you can do that. Absolutely. Okay, I guess your turn would be next then, Warlock.
Cool.
So you are unshaken. What would you like to do?
As he's prone on his back, getting mauled by a Wendigo,
Yep.
he does the only thing he can think of, and he seizes on his fear and phobia and tries to turn it back against the Wendigo. And he is going to attempt to bend its will to his.
Now, hold on. Before you do that, would you give us an occult roll?
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea. -4 or -2 Wendigo.
Yeah, minus.
And my wounds will apply.
Because your mind is racing. Fuck yeah. These things are immune to fear, for sure. They are cannibal spirits. They cannot be affected by that. They cannot be intimidated. They also probably can't be stunned.
Well, he's trying to use his will to take control of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, from my mind will. Okay.
Yeah,
sorry, the way you were leading it up was talking about fear and like, okay.
Well, yeah, no, he's seizing on his own phobia and trying to turn it against it and wrestle control of it and face his fear.
Yeah, you can try that, sure.
So I got to do a focus roll with all this -5. So I got to get a 9 or higher to do this.
The penalty from your wounds will apply automatically, so just put a -2. -4 is your... No, -2 is your miscellaneous modifier.
So he just reaches up and he tries to seize its will.
Okay.
And I have nothing.
Wait a minute. You're still shaking?
I'm not. Oh wait, does that? I forgot to unshake.
Shaking doesn't apply a penalty though, so it won't make a difference.
Yeah, I didn't know I saw it there. I'm sorry.
Yeah. The sheets are weird that way. Like if you don't click out of the sheet after you unshake, it'll sometimes keep it in there. Yeah. But you still can activate all of your other powers, Warlock, and you still could move if you like. It would mean a free strike if you try and zip away.
Defending is an action, right?
Yes.
Okay. If he can't get a hold of his will, he's going to activate his powers and try to get away.
Okay.
So yeah, he'll activate them. And
you're not shaking anymore, and you will not be prone. I won't give you the penalty of prone. So it's going to be your 5 is your parry?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let me just double check and make sure. I have a sneaking suspicion they get a bonus to hit on free strikes.
Oh.
But let me make sure that's the case. Free attacks. No penalty. No, I'm thinking of something else. Okay, there's one game we play where you get it's even more punishing if you try and disengage. All right, so 5 or higher this thing needs. I'm rolling a d10.
Okay.
Aye.
3.
That's sweeps at you as you zip away. Where are you positioning yourself?
Could I try to dart in that closet and slam the door?
No, that'd be extra actions.
Oh.
So you are flying somewhere. Also, said Jim, I don't know.
Not in the air. Not in the air.
It is like on the surface. You're going.
Yeah, he doesn't want to fall again and crack his head.
Okay.
So he's going to try to dart behind something and get some cover, but
I don't think you have the actions to do that. You didn't multi-action.
Yeah, it's just narratively speaking, he's just trying to get behind something.
Okay. All right, and then finally, Cygnus.
Finally Cygnus. So let's see here. I reckon.
Finally, Cygnus is the unfortunately cut number from Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, if I can get like 45 away from this thing, I'd be happy.
The thing is, you're in a building.
Yeah.
So, like, you could try and get yourself out of here into the hallway, but I might start asking for maneuver rolls if you're moving at 30 miles an hour through a...
Yeah. Well...
Yeah. What?
Not impossible. I mean, like...
As far as I can. I'm at a -5 for most of my rolls right now, so I'm not going to risk maneuvers.
Okay. So, sorry, Cygnus, what are you doing?
No, I'm going to... Okay, so this time I'm going to punch. I reckon the one that's...
Okay.
No, I take that back. I'll blast him.
Yeah. Which is your better skill, fighting
really, technically, I think it's my dark matter blast.
Yep.
Unless I'm picking up like a big. Like a light pole or a motorcycle, then it becomes usually better for melee.
You could use do what every high school kids always wanted to do and pick up the folding stand. And smash it onto these things.
Oh, hell yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
So, one of those big folding tables. That's what I'm
What
doing.
isn't on a table? You know those stands where it's like it starts as one giant unit, but then you can pull it out.
Like the walls
Yeah,
that
yeah.
expand out? Oh, yeah. That's even better.
Think it terrified kids. All right, so you zip over and you grab this thing. Let's just remind ourselves how much weight you can carry here.
Is it? It's
What-
not a ton. It's a step under a ton. I
What's
think.
your strength dice?
D12 plus 3.
12 plus 3, okay. That's 500, which means you can lift... maximum weight is 4 times that. So that is 1 ton you can
Right.
lift, which is equal to a... Let's do this. Why don't you give us a strength check first? Just to... yeah, to have you pull it out of the wall.
Sure. Watch, this is the one.
Because you're not going to
to
lift the whole thing, unfortunately. Nope, it's success.
Okay.
There you go. Then with... I'm sorry, D12 plus 3, you said, was what you got?
Yes, that's what. Yeah, that's what my ability is.
Okay, so you'll be able to hit one of these things with busted bits of this, these bleachers. That's the word I was looking for. Bleachers, folding bleachers.
Bleachers. Okay.
So you yank this thing part of it out of the wall, and go ahead and make. So your attack roll is a 9, which is a hit. So go ahead and roll damage with the motorcycle damage. That'll be sufficient.
Oh, let's see here. Strength plus 2d6.
Oh, actually, if you just roll damage on your, I think it looks like you set it.
That should automatically be calculated. I think.
Should be, yeah. I think you set it up that way to roll that. Yes, it is.
Well, you
Fantastic.
set it up that way.
Oh, did I? Okay, well.
You did that.
Who can remember these things? So that is, you didn't hit with a raise, but a 20 is more than enough to shake it and wound one. These things do have the thing where they take 2 wounds to go down. Would you like to reroll damage, or you can be satisfied with what you did there?
I'm satisfied with that for now.
Okay. So it shatters on these things, and you can imagine how tough these fucking things are when you hit it with that much force and it's still not quite down. It is shaken, though.
Yeah.
Then that brings us to the end of round 2. That's only 2 rounds, guys. So
Oh my gosh.
here we
feel
go.
it.
Let's see here. There is 2 jokers still ready for claiming in here. Oh, Queen of Clubs, Cygnus. Queen of Spades, Mind Warp.
Finally.
Here it is.
6.
Oh,
That is so brutal. And
that is the worst card for me.
Jack of Diamonds.
God, I have a Benny now.
You gonna spend a Benny to get a card? You're the only one acting after the Wendigo.
I know. And there's so many jokers. No, I'm not this turn.
Okay.
I got a
Sounds
feeling
good. Then let's see here. It's reverse alphabetical, so spades will come before clubs. Cygnus, you are up again. What are you doing?
Okay, so this time, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I am going to use my gravity manipulation
Okay.
to create a medium blast template. Let me click on it. I think it'll describe it.
Okay.
Yeah. So the distract at the bottom.
Yep.
So that's what I'm trying to do on at least the one in front of me, and then hopefully I can
think
catch maybe
the
some
2 that
others.
were facing you, I think, like, if you want to sort of centralize it around there, you guys are sort of spread out across the gym right now. So if you want to hit the 2 that are sort of facing fighting you, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's one thing in the core book, I can't remember what page it's on, but there's the area where, because we're playing Theater of the Mind a lot of the time, it's just a number of things that, like, each size of template will hit a number of targets. I think 2 targets you can hit with this. Okay. So that'll be to... So you said to distract?
Yeah, to distract, giving them the distracted condition. I think that's out of everything on there, I think that's the best use right now.
Hold on. Where's distract? I don't...
It's on the
Oh,
character
it scrolls
sheet.
down. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
When I was looking at it, I'm like, it doesn't show the... Yeah. I know I was using that against you guys with Electron.
Yeah.
And it was pretty fucking annoying, I imagine.
Yeah.
Okay,
could
so
say
yeah,
that.
you and you can sort of see they're all like as if a weight has suddenly been put on the 2 of them, so they will be distracted. You could move as well if you'd like.
Yeah, but I'm technically, aren't I in melee? They would get an attack on me.
Yes.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Okay. Warlock, you're up next. What are you doing?
He's gonna try his hand again at bending a will, another one. Since I failed so horribly on the first one, it'll know what I'm trying to do. Am I in range of any other?
I mean, isn't it like a 12-inch range on that?
Here's bend well.
Yeah. So 24 yards.
24 yards.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. Everything else is in.
I'll target the one that's next to Cygnus that isn't wounded and see if I can bend his will.
Okay, so that's -5 to your... Well, -2, and then it'll impose the...
Come on! Oh, wild dice, thank you.
Success, there you go. Okay,
And
so
I got
then...
a raise.
Sorry, you didn't get a raise.
The wild dice?
Wild dice, no, because you need a 4 over your target. You need an 8.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Just because it exploded doesn't mean...
Yeah.
Okay, so then it is a spirit roll from these things. Spirit's not as high as some of its other stats are.
But I'm hoping.
I'm going to spend a Benny to re-roll that.
No, I need this.
And it succeeds.
Mm.
So,
okay. Controller.
Anything else you wish to do?
Yes. I'd like to move a little bit. Actually, yeah, I'd like to move a little bit further away from this other Wendigo.
Okay.
I think I have to go into a hallway then, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So
Okay.
try to get out of its reach.
Sure. So you sort of zip into the corridor near Panic. Then it is these things' turn. All right. So let's start with the one pursuing Warlock.
Two move
So
actions
what you
is
see,
enough.
Warlock, you've moved out into almost like the entrance where it is, and what you see moving through the wall, leaving an icy rime in it. This thing is pursuing you. I managed to hit, not a raise. So -6 to this, and then oh fuck. All right. You are shaken, but you are not wounded.
Lovely.
So your flight spell fails. You're not so far off the ground yet you'll take any damage, so you just stumble a bit. Mind warp. This thing is going to try and get you again. Neither of those is good enough. And then Cygnus. These things are suffering the weight of science on them. I'm sorry, your parry is what again?
I believe my parry's a 6. Let me double check.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 6. Kevin.
6? Okay, so I need an 8 to hit you effectively right now. One of those manages to hit, but not a raise. And hits you. It's like doesn't even contact with the armor. Then, Mind Warp, what are you doing?
Well, I got on shake first.
Would you have spent a Benny before, or do you want to roll a spirit check to unshake?
I'm gonna make the spirit roll.
Love it.
I got a feeling here.
Okay.
Come on, roll 20. Don't.
There you
burn me.
go! You're unshaken, take your turn. What are you doing?
Attacking this one that's trying to finish me off here.
Go ahead.
Come on, money.
That is a hit, not a raise. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right, here we go.
This will be +4. Oh, that's dog shit. Dog shit. Roll your... unless you want a Benny to re-roll damage. This is the one that gets +4 damage.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like we're in a little bit of danger here. I can see that things aren't going great, so I am going to spend my conviction now.
Yes. Okay. So, well, do you want to spend your
Doesn't
conviction?
it do an extra D6?
It'll do an extra D6, and then you could choose to re-roll the the effect afterwards with the Benny if you'd like.
Yeah.
So why don't you roll your conviction? Give us a
let's see.
D6 exclamation mark.
Come on this time. Well, then I can use my last Benny to maintain it next turn.
Yes. So that would be a total of 8. That's not good enough. No, that's a total of 12. That's not good enough. You could spend a Benny to re-roll the damage, and it will then roll with the conviction.
Oh, you only get the conviction on your main one, not your bonus? Or, sorry, yeah, because you don't get the bonus.
It's not
right?
like, the bonus only applies if you got a raise.
Yeah. No, I'll do my next attack.
Okay, go ahead, and this will be with your conviction on now.
Yeah, with conviction on. Here we go.
So here we go.
Yes,
that is a hit with a raise. Go ahead and roll damage.
Now we do this.
So that is 14. With a raise, that's 18. So likewise, yours is shaken, and it is wounded.
Okay,
Cracks
great.
appear
Yes.
in this thing. And it's mask. Any other action?
No, I'm going to stay engaged with this.
Okay.
Well, am I?
Let me see if the shaken... I can't remember if shaken creatures can free strike or not. I know they can defend themselves, but I don't... that would be a pretty awesome combo to shake it and then move the fuck out.
I think the only thing they can do is take a free action.
Right, but a free strike is a free action?
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know.
No. Yeah. Let's see here.
But then I would say they theoretically could.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the...
Let's see. Free...
Here, you're withdrawing. Let me take a look at the withdrawing from melee. Haha! All adjacent, non-shaken. So you're free to move out now because this thing's shaken.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
I will move away. That's kind of one of my advantages, so.
Okay. I think you might have... Oh, no. I'm thinking of something else. I thought you had a feat that allowed you to get a bonus or to... Oh, you do, actually. I think you have a power that allows you to withdraw without a free strike. Genius slow... No, you don't. It's other speedsters. At the beginning of the year when I was doing that daily... Savage Worlds thing. I built a shit ton of speedsters. Johnny Quick, the
fun
Flash.
to build, yeah.
They're really fun, and they have the ability to move out without taking free strikes. So, but that's a long way of saying if you would like to move, you certainly can. You have seen Cygnus seems to be holding his own. He's activated some kind of ability. Warlock seems to be on the run right now, though.
Exactly. Yeah, I want to get over there and help him. So
you can easily. We'll move you over. You certainly have enough movement to get there. All right, then. End of the round, guys. We're getting so close to these jokers now. Let's see. Warlock, you gonna get it? Oh, but an ace, though. Pretty sweet. Cygnus. 10. Mind Warp. 4, which is a redraw. Ace as well.
Oh, dang.
Which means we're getting closer to the jokers. Will the Wendigo get the jokers? No, but he gets a king. Cygnus. You want to spend a Benny? Oh, you have no Bennies?
I have no
Who's
bennies.
been so stingy with the Bennies today? My God.
I had forgotten to roll to unshake, and I was just like, I've got one Benny left. I'll just go ahead and spend it.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah,
right.
And then we'll take that action. So
All
that's
right.
not remember it.
Then it is, I don't think, unless Mind Warp for whatever fucking reason you'd want to fish for that Joker. I'm not hearing a lot of support for that idea. So
I
then,
have one Benny and I can use it to maintain my conviction, I think, which is more valuable.
And Mind Warp. So you come racing over, and it is your turn next. What are you doing?
Spend my Benny to maintain conviction.
Yep.
Is there one that is engaged with Warlock?
Yeah. The one that you're on top of right now
Yeah.
is the one that is has just hit Warlock again. Warlock is on the ground and kind of staggering back.
Yeah,
you come racing up,
I'm
and
gonna
then
race over and attack that one.
go right ahead.
One conviction. Do me good here. No!
That is a 6 in total, but gang up bonus grants +1. So that is a 7. That is just enough to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh my gosh.
I would be supporting you this round if, I wasn't going second.
That is 7.
15.
Oh, that's plus 7. It's 19. That is enough to wound and shake it. It is shaken. Go ahead and make your second attack.
Yeah, here we go. Come on, let's clear this guy for Warlock. No! Come on, roll 20.
Oh, so that is unfortunately a miss.
Because that's only a 5.
Yep.
Totally.
Yep.
my
Then
goodness.
it is
No bennies left.
Unless you're moving, that is Warlock's turn. We're doing Warlock.
Unshaking.
Oh, you got to roll to unshake. Oh, shit.
I have to explode, otherwise.
So,
this
and
isn't
you got
gonna
minus
work.
2 from the Wendigo presence as
And
well.
3 from wounds. Yep. No.
Okay. Warlock is well and truly staggered from this thing. So then, on the Wendigo's turn, I have a bunch that need to unshake here. So the one facing Mind Warp and Warlock, I could spend a Benny. And I have a stack of bennies here. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to roll. All right, here we go. It unshakes. I roll an 8. So it's an exploding thing. It's still injured, though. So it is going to turn and try and hit you, Warlock. That is a miss. Slashing at you. And you're just able to keep out of the way. The first one that is facing Cygnus, I get a -2 because of your distraction. So I need a 6. It does not unshake. And then the one that you beat up before Mind Warp, that one does unshake. All right, so that one is attacked. I've got only one left that can attack Cygnus. Against a 5. I do hit... Oh, no, because of the distraction, it misses.
Yes.
And then the one... Ooh. You're the only hero left in here, Cygnus, so this one jumps you from behind. It misses, so my 4 is my highest roll from that. So it likewise... Oh, but a gang up bonus. Gang up bonus cuts both ways. Cygnus, you're hit.
Damn it.
Here we go. 17. Only 3 over. I'm 1 off from incapacitating you, Cygnus. You are shaken. Ooh, so you are hit from behind. One of these sucker punched you. Cygnus.
Do I have to make a roll or anything to maintain concentration?
No, it will end if you're shaken. You will anything you're concentrating on.
Is what powers it down. I couldn't remember.
No, but the first thing you do is roll to unshake, though.
Yeah. So now let's try that. Please, Lord.
No.
Not gonna cut it.
Not gonna cut it. So then you are. That is the end of the turn. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
and let me just. I'm gonna put the skull thing here to remind me who's actually shaken still.
Oh.
All right. Then we're so much closer to some jokers now. Warlock. Oh, it's a J word, but the wrong one. Cygnus.
Yeah.
J word, but the wrong one. Mind Warp. Let's see. Joker! Everybody gets a penny, and you will get
unshake.
+2 to. You're gonna spend it to unshake, right? Oh no, you're. Oh yeah, you're still shaking, right?
There's no way I'm unshaking without a Benny.
Okay. So then, Cygnus, you likewise. Would you like to unshake, or do you want to see what? Hold on, let's see what the. They're acting on an 8. I'm going to spend a Benny. I'm not using it for anything else. I'm going to spend one more. Let's see. 9. 1 Benny left. Do I spend it? I think we will. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
No.
Ace! Oh! All right. But Mind Warp, you are up first. And I think you can hear over the comm that Cygnus is being
Yeah.
quite badly beaten up here. Does anyone... No one else has any bennies. Oh, you could spend your benny to maintain your conviction if you like. Mind warp.
I will spend my Benny to maintain conviction.
Okay.
And with the +2 you're getting from Joker.
And +2 from your Joker. What would you like to do? I'm assuming you're going first here.
Yeah, hopefully finish 2 of them off in 1 round. So I'm going to attack the one that is on Warlock.
Okay.
You're my hero.
Come on.
Oh, no. Heck, man.
So that's plus, but you also, that doesn't include the +2 from the Joker.
And a gang up bonus.
But wait, why am I getting a penalty? Oh, from my wound.
From your wound. Yeah. So that is 1, 2, 3. It's -1 from the wounds. Right. So that is 2, 3, 4, 5. That is not...
I have a question.
Good enough. Yep.
If I intend to support Mind Warp in his attack,
That's an action.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to do it.
It's an action.
I will do my second attack, I guess.
Okay.
Come on. Like 2 1s out of 3 dice.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Holy shit, with a conviction of 8.
We're conviction at 8, so that is
And
a
a
total.
Joker, that's a 20.
That is a 20. Yeah. So it's a hit with a raise. Go ahead and roll damage. This is the first attack that hit this round, so it's +4.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so this thing is sent flying out of the front door by your second hit. You know one thing I love about running Savage Worlds? No fucking initiative tracker. I don't need to worry about accidentally erasing somebody. I can willy-nilly erase everything. Mind Warp, so that you still could move if you choose to.
Yeah. I will move over and help Cygnus because it will maybe distract a little.
All right, so you go racing over. Then it is the Wendigo's turn, although I have no gall darn tokens left here, or Benny's left here. Okay, so first one, I'm rolling to unshake that one. I have, because your thing is down only a -1 on it because of his wound. I do not unshake. It is still wobbling along. So I have 2 facing you. The first one, Cygnus, with the -1 from the wounds is a miss. +1 from the gang up bonus. Fuck. It is a hit. Not a raise. Cygnus. 16. You're hit, but not even shaken. The second one comes up on you. That is a hit, not a raise. Oh, Mind Warp. You know what? Mind Warp is here. There's not a gang up bonus anymore.
See, I was wondering about that, but I didn't know.
Even numbers.
I didn't know how the rules
No.
work.
That's
I'll have to remember that.
and that is a 12, 13, 14. Not good enough. So you are hit once again, Cygnus, but your armor is protecting you. Now, clubs comes after hearts, so hearts is up first. Cygnus, what are you doing?
I think I may try and use that power again, and that'll make them all distracted.
Yeah,
So let's do that.
sure. All right, you can move as well too if you choose.
No.
Okay. So then it is Warlock.
I'm gonna get my powers reactivated, and
Okay.
a multi-action I can move twice, right?
I mean, if you spend an action, I mean, you're moving already, aren't you? 45 when you fly. What are you trying to do here?
Yeah, but I'm going through hallways, and that's going to be bumping into things.
You're in the entrance way right now. Like, I didn't make you make a check for, unless you're going elsewhere in the building. If you're trying to get back into the gym where they are,
Yeah.
no, you can do that as part of your move.
Okay, so he'll like dart in there as quick as he can, trying to save lives, and he'll see that Cygnus is surrounded by these things with Mind Warp trying to pull him off, and he's just gonna like lean into his terror and just summon his Hellfire Blast and try to nail the shaken one right in the back.
Okay. All right. So then go ahead and remember, shaken doesn't give me any extra chance to hit, but
Yeah.
go
I know,
ahead.
it's just
Come on. Let's see some green.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's just like it's sparking, and then his sigil falls apart as he's casting it.
Yeah. Okay. That is the end of the round, which means we need to shuffle the deck. And here we are, fresh deck, which means 2 jokers ready for claiming. Warlock, you're up first. 5. Cygnus. A 10 and Mind Warp. A 3, which is redrawn. King. And the Wendigo. A 3, and I am out of bennies. That means all of our heroes are going before it. Anyone wish to... You have no bennies, guys. Oh, but look at that. It's 10:30. Everyone gets a benny.
I was fixing to say, I'm looking at the clock.
So then, everyone has a benny. Anyone spending bennies for new cards, or are you satisfied to go after... Oh, you know what? Hold on, guys. It does cut both ways.
He gets a benny.
Oh, that's how you got so many of those.
I think I'm going to spend my benny. Let's see here. Do I feel it? Ooh, whammy, 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 whammy. Let's see if we get something better here. A 4. For all those shit cards you got earlier, John. This is it finally turning around. All right, so then it is Mind Warp who's up first. What are you doing, Mind Warp?
I'm gonna attack the one. Oh, I'm gonna spend my Benny.
Okay.
To maintain conviction because it's way more valuable.
Yep.
And I'm gonna attack the injured one. Try and finish one off here.
Okay. Go right ahead.
22 conviction.
I saw the 4 and like, oh, that's too bad. And then I see 22 on a single D6. Yeah, so it's a hit with a raise. Go ahead and roll damage.
Wow. Now that was a stat you want to roll when you're rolling up your D&D character.
Seriously.
Duh.
Oh my
God.
Gosh.
So that is, and that's also plus 4, so that's 28.
Melted.
31. Yeah, this
31 down.
thing, you impel some of your speed force to this, and this thing goes spiraling through the wall and smashes. You can hear it crunching, even with that frostbitten corpse, as it hits the wall and slams down into that busted bleachers. You have one more attack.
Yeah, I guess I'll move over and I'll hit the other injured one, because maybe if we can get down to 1, then
Yeah.
that puts us in a really strong place.
That is a hit with 12. And the gang up bonus. Go ahead and roll damage.
1. Oh, 13 is hitting the stupid frozen meat again.
Yeah, and that... Oh, no, but it is a raise, so 13, 14, 15, 16 is still not quite enough to do... But it's still shaken. Let me double check its toughness. Yeah, that's unfortunately not enough. All right, then it is Cygnus's turn. What are you doing, Cygnus?
Let's see here. I don't have to... I guess I could go ahead and try and punch him again. See if I can grab something, one of those bleachers to maybe those that shattered and flew all over.
Yeah.
Grab a piece of one and slam into. And I think I'm kind of like.
So if you're picking it up and then hitting the same round, that would be a multi-attack?
Oh, okay.
Let me just suggest something here, or make an observation on something. You are currently rolling against their parry, which I think you guys have surmised is around a 7 when you're trying to use your range attack in close range. Mm-hmm. Range attack from a distance has a target number of 4. The trouble is you would have to back up in order to do that. However, we are playing with the rules that allow you to spend a Benny to gain a combat edge for the round. And one of the combat edges allows you to withdraw without taking a free strike.
Alrighty then.
That is extraction. Do you have an agility of D8?
Agility is D8.
You could spend a Benny, gain extraction for 1 round, move yourself out without taking a free strike, and then
blast him.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that, and let's focus on, like Mind Warp said, the one that's injured.
Okay. She back up. Go ahead. Make your attack roll.
Come on. Nope.
I mean, I would have missed it even more with a parry, so
Yeah.
you fired down.
I'm now at range.
But you're now at range, exactly.
I'm
So
out of my...
then it is Warlock.
Okay, I am going to do what I can because Mind Warp's the only one left engaged, right?
Sorry?
Mind Warp is the only one left engaged.
Correct.
With
Yes,
Wendigos?
yes, yeah.
I'm going to power stunt my force shield, my winds of shield of entropy,
Okay.
and I'm going to extend it to Mind Warp for the round.
Ooh, okay. So you have to spend a Benny.
Yes.
Okay. Now hold on. Let me just double check one thing here. So you have.
It's up to 4 points, and area of effect is a +4, I think.
Yeah, I'm just checking the cost of it. I think that. Okay, so here's the thing. Your super sorcery allows you to use points equal to the campaign cap, which I think is 15.
Okay.
So if you spent the point to gain your to super sorcery, you could use force field on him.
Oh yeah, and it'll last a couple rounds instead
It'll
of just
last
the one.
for I think it's 5 rounds when it's a non-attack thing.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I'll do that.
And it would actually allow you, even with the effect other bonus, it would still give him a -10 protection.
Okay. So yeah, I'll do that. So he'll power stunt, and he'll just throw his arms out, and just it seems like the wind whips through the buildings, through the shattered glass, just whips around Mind Warp and creates a burst of air around him.
So they will take a minus your toughness, and any attack against you will take -10 to damage.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Awesome.
He's over there bleeding heavily, and he's summoning. He's using the blood as a ritual component to a spell.
Well, and it's also like focusing on protecting others allows you to put the fucking Wendigo out of your mind too. So that's probably quite good. Now, I think. Let's see here. I don't think that takes an action.
The power stunt?
Spend a Benny to power stunt is a 30. Does it say that power stunt is an action?
I had it pulled up here a second.
I think it's a action.
Yeah, power stunt isn't an action.
Power stunt. Nope, you're right.
So
Okay.
do you want to make an attack against this thing as well?
Drawing attention to myself may not be the best thing. I would like to defend. just in case.
You got this.
I mean, if I do like something, I'm at a -5 for whatever I do. So it's like,
I knocked the cord out of my headset.
I was wondering what happened.
All right. So then,
maybe there is something I could do.
what's up?
Yeah, I'll do a focus roll to cast a spell.
Okay.
Let's see, focus at the -2 because of Wendigos. Oh, it actually works. Okay. I'm gonna make an illusion of me not being where I am. So
Okay.
there's a blank space where I am.
No, because that you're trying to duplicate invisibility. What that would allow you to do is create a second version of you. You can't use illusion to just duplicate an existing ability.
I think it says in there that if I make myself invisible, it still has a wobble thing. They could see through it.
There's a say. Let's see here.
Let's see. Disguise. Thought I read something about that. Million.
Yeah, like I
Even making oneself disappear leaves a slight outline of their figure.
Okay, so I'm gonna effectively apply it as a shittier version of the invisibility.
Oh yeah, they don't take a penalty if they try to see through it. So
Okay, all right. Then it is the Wendigo's turn. So first thing is to try and recover from being Shaken. Oopsies. Jack dice. Nope. The other one is still shaken. And the one that is with you, Mind Warp, will turn and try and hit you. Oh, nope, that's a miss. Very close, a 9. And it doesn't get the gang up bonus from its shaken ally. That is the end of round 3. 3 or 4?
I think it's 4.
Yeah, it's 4 now. Okay, then we're drawing cards once again. Warlock, a king.
Nice.
Cygnus, ace.
Nice.
Mind Warp, 4, so redrawing, always with the drama. An ace as well. And then the Wendigo, a 9. All of our heroes are acting before the Wendigo. No one has any bennies left, so Cygnus, you were up first. What are you doing?
So, yeah, let's go ahead and try the Dark Matter Blast on the one that's
Injured?
shaken still.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh. Come on.
All right, then it is Mind Warp.
Hey, well, I don't have conviction anymore, but I will attack this one.
The injured one?
Yeah. Come on. No.
Okay.
Second attack.
Come on.
Come on,
What?
20. Don't leave us in the dust right at the end here.
No!
Oh my god!
This is the reason I did the shield.
Oh, Warlock.
God, roll 20.
You were up next.
So I don't need to maintain this since I stunted it.
You got 4 more rounds that will be active.
Gotcha. There's one of them I haven't tried to seize control of their minds yet, so I'm going to try that one.
Okay. -5 or -2.
Yeah, let's see if I can do this. -2. Nope.
Okay. Another. Wendigo. Rolling to unshake. Nope. And on you. Whoa, misses you, Mind Warp. Then it is top of the round 5. Joker! Everyone gets a Benny. Warlock's got +2. Cygnus. Queen. Jack for Mind Warp. And a 9 once again for the Wendigo. Warlock, when would you like to act?
Probably first.
Okay, what are you doing?
Yes. Can I power stunt 2 things at the same time?
As long as you got the bennies for it, yeah.
Okay, but I use my Supreme Sorcery.
And again,
for
hold on.
knife.
To be clear, you're not power stunting. You use super sorcery.
Okay. That's right.
Yeah.
And the reason that's important is because you haven't repurposed the power in one of the powers.
Yeah. Gotcha.
What would you like to do?
Okay, well, I'm gonna just use my +2 and try to nail the one that's shaken.
Okay.
With Budding Blast.
Okay, so you try and focus yourself in. Go right ahead.
Okay, and so I'm a net +0 because of Joker?
Yep, that's right. That is enough from a range attack. Hit, go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, and this gets a +2 to it?
Does, yeah.
2. Okay, come on, eat some hellfire, you ice demon.
Does that include the +2? It does, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that is 14 with a Hellfire Blast.
Does it have vulnerabilities that we know of?
Yes, it does.
I would
So
like
that
to
is enough. You don't need to do anything.
Okay.
It'll add +4 because it's vulnerable. +4 to the damage, which is enough to destroy it.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, finally managed to connect with that
streaming
thing.
down from Warlock's
Yeah.
face as he's focusing.
Then it is Cygnus's turn. What are you doing, Cygnus?
So let's see here. Let's go ahead. Yeah, I think I'll do this now and hold on to my beanie. I'll go ahead and try another Dark Matter Blast on it.
Okay.
Surely one of them will explode. Nope.
You want to Benny that?
No, I don't, because I'm saving my beanie for something else.
Okay. Mind Warp.
Okay, attack.
Okay.
There it is.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Oh, that's a hit with a raise. 24 points of damage. What's it look like as you take this last Wendigo down?
I think it's just like it's not quite panic because mind warp doesn't tend to panic, but it, like, to an outside observer, that's almost what it looks like. Is just like his pummel is like, and he's got this look on his face that it's like, stress, but really they're very focused blows. I think he's fought them enough now, and sort of like almost like learned where to punch them, so to speak, in his mind, right? Like, like blow here, like it's sort of like wearing down their defenses.
Yeah. So with those things down, you stagger forward. You can see that Cygnus has got sparks coming from a bunch of his armor. Warlock seems to be quite badly beaten up, and you're feeling the hit of this as well. And that's when you hear the howl of the Wendigo from outside. You guys have already been affected by it or resisted it, so you will not be making a roll again. But Warlock, you can feel that it tightens. You feel your entire blood run cold. What are you guys doing?
I am going to spend my last Benny.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use it to use my super science to use regeneration on myself.
I had the same idea.
So you said we could move up.
So a super science, it would be maximum would be 10. Because you have max 15 points.
Round.
And you could also afford relief, which would allow you to ignore point of fatigue.
Yep, that's what I was looking at. Is putting that in there.
That's Wolverine level of regeneration. I know that well.
Give us a focus roll.
And then I can, for this focus roll, I would take off the...
fatigue?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Where the hell did my character sheet go? There it is.
And then, sorry, Warlock, you're trying the same thing too?
I had the same thoughts, yes.
You got a Benny left. Do you want to spend your Benny to super sorcery that? Yeah, go right ahead.
Yep.
So go focus roll. Fortunately, you guys do take your wound penalty to the focus roll, but I have full faith in you.
Really?
That faith was woefully misplaced, Cygnus.
Yeah.
It's once a round, though, so we got 5 rounds of it.
Okay. Oh yeah, every round. Yeah, you could do it. So but that is, your wounds are clearly affecting both of you, and neither your spell nor your technological components have worked. That mind warp. If we'll assume that this round, while they're trying to activate their healing subroutines or their their regenerative incantation, you're zooming back and forth, and you can see in the blizzard out there more of them moving and other large shadows.
Well, we've got the compass. Should we leave?
We're going to have to travel a ways.
Yes.
And I actually don't even know what their speed is. I would think I could probably outpace them. I feel like Mind Warp could. I don't know about you.
He's got a pace of 30 miles an hour, right?
Yeah.
Mind Warp does have a power to share speed.
Yeah,
I do have that great power.
We know they can fly.
And move through walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would make sense to do it. We got to get out of here, so...
Mm-hmm.
You're far enough away, I think I can open a portal to get us out of here.
Do I roll for that?
Let's do this, guys. Before we do that, I think a minute or so will pass. So why don't we have Cygnus and Warlock give us another round of focus rolls?
Okay.
Finally.
Cygnus, you heal 1, so reduce your wound penalty by 1. Then next round, guys.
Hey,
Warlock, you heal 1, so... Yeah. And then let's see here. With the reduced penalty, Cygnus, are you able to... Yeah,
Yes.
reduced by 1. Again, guys.
3. So this is the 4.
Alrighty,
Nice.
2.
That's
Nice.
all yours, Warlock. You've dealt with your wounds. Cygnus, not. Cygnus, 1 more round, I think.
Yep. That's what I counted, Kevin.
Come on.
Nope.
Fuck. All right.
But 1 is better than 3.
Heck yeah. And Warlock, you're back up. So, what are you guys thinking here? I was just looking at the lens speed. It's a boost 2. So your flight, Warlock, is how many points in it? Do you remember?
Yeah, it's 6.
So that would boost you up to 60 miles an hour, a pace of 90, with Mind Warp's lens speed. And guys, that was a hell of a fight, and you recovered your compass. Everybody gets conviction.
Oh, nice. Let me write that on my sheet.
So, what are you thinking? And Mind Warp's land speed is... you got an 11 for speed.
Well, if he's gonna go the
240 miles an hour.
If he's going to go the same speed as us, like Cygnus can carry him, right? He's strong.
Cygnus could carry either of you guys, but Mind Warp needs to be moving on his own. He needs to be one. But Cygnus, what's your flight, Cygnus?
It's 60 miles per hour.
So with but with lens speed, that would bump it up to 120.
Cool, Cygnus, carry me.
He holds up his little wizard arms. Carry
Hey, I can
me.
fly too, but you're faster.
You're much faster, yeah.
All right, that works for me.
Oh, and Warlock's got no... I was say there's no things. Then let's do this. Let's have you guys each give us a vigor check, please.
Oh, God.
Because you're trying to raise... That's really the challenge here, is going to be trying to break through that fucking blizzard.
Hey,
Success. Come on, Mind Warp.
Oh, yes.
he vibrates his own atoms to stay warm.
I think Mind Warp canonically is from Manitoba, so perhaps it's...
He is, yes.
Yeah. So it's just a Manitoba winter. He knows what you do. Wear trainers and try and get back before your feet stop feeling. So then, guys, tell us what it looks like as you burst out of here and make the run for where you will be able to contact Dr. Caliburn again.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think you see Mind Warp just go zooming out. And like right behind him is where I come in carrying Warlock.
Yeah. And Warlock is there just holding on, and then he's got the compass in his hand. He's just looking at it the whole time. Tell me your secrets.
No, don't drop.
All right. So then with you guys going out, that brings us to the end of the session, and I'm getting my little notebook out here, and I have some good news for 2 of our heroes.
They're no longer novices?
Warlock, no, you're still a novice, but Warlock, you have an advancement, and
Nice.
Mind Warp, you have an advancement, and
nice.
Cygnus, you have an advancement.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, I think I've got one coming.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there you go, guys. Everyone gets a new advancement. Remember to check your prerequisites when you are making those selections. But that brings us to the end of the session. That feels like that campaign is back on track now. Holy smokes.
I forgot how by the skin of your teeth this campaign feels.
Yeah. Savage Worlds it's funny because it's been, when I was prepping for it, to be honest, because we haven't had a real rock solid session of it in terms of like seeing the system go for a little while. I was like, well, I still like superheroes, but let's see. This was fucking fantastic, and Savage Worlds really shined in the way those ups and downs can go. Yeah. So then, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for issue 10 of our campaign. Today's issue, guys, was called The Heart of Winter. We will be back. Oh, first off, as is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please do not hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There is also a link down below to the Dungeon Musing Discord server, Dungeon Musings, a Discord server where all of us are active, and we have channels there that are dedicated to Savage Worlds. I don't think there is one for this campaign specifically, but there is for many of the other campaigns we run on the channel, as well as most of the games we run on the channel. So you are more than welcome to join us over there. There's also finding a group and GM discussion and like a ton of great people over there. You are more than welcome to join us. There is also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard to find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have a great selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they have an unmatched selection of hard to find and out-of-print RPGs. If they have something listed in their catalog, but it is not in stock, you can put it on a want list, and they'll send you an email when it comes in, and you can pick it up at your leisure. And at checkout, be sure to enter, if you make a purchase of $10 or more at checkout, be sure to enter the code FALLMUSER, all caps, all one word, and you will save yourself 10% on your purchase. There's also, I think, a sale that doesn't stack with the holiday sale they have going on right now, but it does stack with the markdowns that they have on many of the products. So if you're listening to this after January 15, 2024, come back to one of our more recent videos, and you will find whatever the current discount code is there. There is also a link down below to something called Heroes Save Villages. That is the charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, a really incredible organization active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children. All donations that go through that link go directly to SOS Children's Villages International. None of it goes to the channel or any other middleman. Just goes to benefit the kids who benefit from their services. And as a small way of saying thank you, for donors who have donated $10 or more this year, we have been running a year-long Year of Ill Omens campaign. 6 parts. Each of the parts, or the constituent components of those, has been voted on by the generous donors to the Hero Save Villages campaign. And next weekend, on Saturday, we will be wrapping up the year-long campaign with a session set in the 1980s. Playing D20 Modern, where our heroes will be unlicensed paranormal investigators. I am looking forward to seeing that campaign through to the end, and looking forward to running D20 Modern again. It's been a while since I've properly run that game, so I'm looking forward to that. We'll have more information about what next year's charity thank yous will be, but closer to the end of the year. But yeah, if you make any of those donations, again, all of it goes to the Hero Save to SOS Children's Villages International. None of it goes to the channel or any other middleman. It just goes to help out those kids. The last thing I will say is an enormous thank you to our stalwart heroes who were able to attend today: John, Will, and Jeffrey. And get well to Robert. Robert was under the weather today, which is why he wasn't able to play. So Robert, we hope you're feeling better soon. And with that, we will be back in the Great White North to see what our heroes do with this, the D sextant. I can't remember what we called it, or if we called it anything. But in any event, we'll be back.
I don't think we ever gave it a name.
Your Doom, I think it says right on the bottom of it. It's like a little thing. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time, but until then, let's see here, 2 weeks, and I think that's the last session last issue before the end of year. Is it?
18.
2 weeks' time will be December. No, we have two more issues left before end of year. Yeah. So that means if Warlock makes it next week, Warlock will be out of the novice tier.
Nice.
So we will be back in those 2 weeks' time. But until then, we hope that we gave you a couple of hours, take your mind off the troubles of our world, and think about the troubles that our heroes are facing as they're trying to thwart a demigod's plot of some kind or another. And until we see you again, true believers, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.